Most WWE stories sound fake, but these actually happened. For example, CM Punk once pooped himself during a match. Yeah, and somehow they still finished the match. Dean Ambrose deserves danger pay. Now let's start with Brock Lesnar, because Brock has never been a normal human being. Most WWE wrestlers leave wrestling and try acting, maybe television, maybe business. Brock looked at all those options and decided he wanted to play in the NFL. No, seriously. One of the biggest stars in WWE just walked away and decided he was going to chase professional football. The craziest part? He hadn't played football in years. Most people would need a miracle. Brock got a tryout with the Minnesota Vikings because apparently being built like a grizzly bear opens doors. Imagine waking up tomorrow and deciding, you know what? I think I'll become a professional athlete. And people actually take you seriously. That's Brock Lesnar. Then there's Kane, you know, the giant monster, the guy who spent years chokeslamming people, setting things on fire, wearing a terrifying mask, and generally looking like somebody you'd avoid in a dark alley. Well, one day Kane decided he was done with wrestling. So what did he do? Open a gym? Become a wrestling trainer? Start a podcast? No, bro became a mayor, an actual mayor. People in Knox County, Tennessee literally voted for Kane. Imagine having a serious meeting about roads, taxes, or public safety, and Kane walks into the room. That's not a WWE storyline, that's real life. Now let's talk about Randy Savage, because one day WWE somehow came up with an idea that should have never left the meeting room. A cobra. A real cobra. The plan was simple. The snake would scare Randy Savage. The crowd would lose their minds. Everybody goes home happy. Instead, the cobra actually bit him, and then it held on longer than it was supposed to. Imagine being Randy Savage. You show up to work expecting a normal day, and suddenly you're getting attacked by a snake in front of millions of people. Then imagine trying to explain that injury afterward. How'd this happen? Oh, a cobra bit me at work. At work. Makes absolutely no sense. And then there's Andre the Giant. Andre has so many stories that people automatically assume most of them are fake. The problem is, a lot of them are actually true. People who spent time around Andre constantly told stories about the unbelievable amounts of alcohol he could drink. And every time you hear one of those stories, the numbers sound completely made up. At some point, you stop asking, how much did he drink? And start asking, was Andre even human? Because nothing about that man was normal. He wasn't built like a normal person. He didn't live like a normal person. And apparently, he didn't drink like one either. Which finally brings us back to CM Punk. Because somehow, this might be the craziest story in the entire video. CM Punk later admitted that during a match with Dean Ambrose, he pooped himself. No rumor, no internet conspiracy, no fan theory. CM Punk himself admitted it. And somehow, the match kept going. Nobody stopped. Nobody called timeout. Nobody hit pause. They just kept wrestling. Imagine being Dean Ambrose and finding that out. Actually, don't. I'd rather not. Honestly, the weirdest part is that every single story in this video is real. A wrestler became a mayor. A wrestler got bitten by a cobra. A wrestler left WWE to chase the NFL. Andre apparently treated alcohol like water. And CM Punk, well, Dean Ambrose is still the real victim of that story.